All right, welcome. Give me a moment. I'm still being banned, so I have to do some things. I have to send out the video that this video is playing. All right, here we go. Hey, what's going on, degenerate? All right, one moment. Let me just get the link to this video, then I'm gonna put it out there. Then we will get started. It's normally a scheduled, but I've been real busy lately, so especially this week. And this probably isn't going to be that long. All right, 1 second. All right, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. To be that long. All right, so got this here. All right, so let's get started. Let me give you a screenshot of what we are going to be examining today. What's going on, Rock? All right. And do. All right. So the host is this Donny, let's see, Harrell person, and then Mike Hill, and then Maya Bell, and then Rob Gordon is the cast people. So just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, what everybody looks like. All right. Now, basically, they're asking the question, why don't we give our mamas more respect? Now, I hate questions that imply something. I mean, granted, when you say something like more, it means just anything. Like, no matter how much respect you give them, you could give them more. So why don't we get, like, even if you deify your mama, how come you don't give her more? Like, even if you give your mama $1,000 a day, how come you don't give her more? Is basically the question that's going on here. How come you don't give her more respect? Which I tell you, it sounds like and seems like complete and total bullshit. But let's get into it. All right, so let me stop the screen share. All right, exactly. Respect is earned. All right, now let me just play the video because trust me, this is going to. I'm gonna try to keep this under an hour, but I don't know if I can keep that promise. To be perfectly honest with you, but here we go.
We talking about black mamas though tonight. Black women, Mia. Thank you, sister, for being. I don't know you, but I feel like you're a strong black woman. I think black women.
Immediately off the back, the Mike Hill person says, "I don't know you, but I just feel like you're a strong black person." Oh God. Oh God. You just walk around feeling a woman's strength, kind of like a Jedi knowing another Jedi is near. What, she got fucking metachlorine or some shit like that? I don't know you, but I feel like you're a strong black woman. What the fuck? All right, let's continue further.
Are the strongest species on this planet because of a lot.
Black women, which is an ethno-gender group, he said he feels as if they're the strongest species on the planet. Species. Like they're alien or something like that. Oh, it gets better.
All the things that y'all have had to endure and go through from everybody else on this planet. Can I get an amen? Amen.
Strength is not measured in a person's ability to put up with your shit. It's not. Like, you know something? You put up with a lot of strength, which means, or you put up with a lot of shit, that means you're strong. Where does that logic come from? Like, really think about that. Who works like that? Like, you know something? You're strong. You've been putting up with my shit for quite some time, and, you know, therefore, you are a strong black woman. Fuck out of here.
A double amen. Sure.
Hey.
Yeah. So when you think about it, you know.
Now she said Ashe, which lets you know right there that she's on some Hotep shit. And of course she's on some Hotep shit because she's automatically given the title of strength for no fucking reason other than she's a black woman and her ancestors suffered through hardship, just like the hardship of every single group of people. Like everybody has ancestors that went through shit. It's just ours is more recent and more localized.
And how they're perceived and whatnot. How come we don't give our black mamas even more respect than they deserve?
You see this? Okay, let me show you his face. This is Mike Hill talking. How come we don't give them even more respect? Now, he hasn't measured how much respect is given. He's just saying it's not enough. We should be respecting them more. And then he puts all black mamas under this umbrella. Like they're all worthy, they're all deserving of a certain amount of respect that we simply are not giving them. We are not giving them the amount of respect that they deserve. And I know this because we don't say respect, we say respect. And that is disrespectful. Like, just by you saying that, it's disrespectful. How dare you disrespect them by saying disrespecting them? These dudes, god damn. You gotta kiss the ring to get anywhere. This is a no-name human being. This is a no-name human being that's trying to be an entertainer of some sort. But in order to do this, he has to kiss the ring and a couple of other things. And that is what he is doing right now.
Shit, I do. There we go, Donny. I like that. But sometimes I feel like
Shit, I do. You do what? He just said, why don't we give them more respect? So when you say you do, are you saying that you give them more respect? More respect than whom? Dumbass?
We expect them to love on us so hard that, we kind of take it for granted sometimes. And it's not the right thing.
Love on us. That sounds so perverse and fucked up. I want my mama to love on me. Like, why is it an action
thing to do? But I think that, when people love on us so much, you just expect them to do it regardless.
Yeah, you're right. They throw their kids in a dumpster outside of the abortion clinic. You're absolutely right. And of course, she says her piece. Gotta show the titties.
So you move how you want to move, not knowing that, one day they may not be here anymore and you can't take that time back. So I think it's just important.
Who the fuck don't know that? Who the fuck don't know that one day their mother might die or will die, likely before you?
Important to take a step back and realize, that our moms and the black in our lives are here to protect us, to love on us, and we got to show them that same respect because they deserve it, and they're not getting it in the outside world either. So
because they deserve it, but what if they don't? Here we go with the assumption of deserving of et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But what if they don't? What if they don't deserve any of that shit? Then what? All right, hold on.
Give it to them at home. That's all that they need.
Did y'all appreciate it when you were younger though, or did you start to appreciate it more as you got older? Like I did. Older.
Hey man, I appreciate mine. So I remember my mom, she had to catch the bus home at 12 o'clock midnight. Boy, I used to meet her at the bus stop every night, 12 o'clock, midnight. You know what I mean? Make sure she got home, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, one of two things is going on here. One, you had no life as a kid, as a teenager. You had no life. Every single night you was there at the bus stop to wait on your mama. Nigga, shouldn't you be getting some sleep to take your ass to school in the morning? She let you do that? And that's if you were an older kid. That's if you were like, between 15 to 18. It's like, what in the fuck? Everybody else is out fucking. And you out waiting at the bus stop for your mama. So your mama got off work at midnight. What the fuck? You didn't have any parties or nothing? You didn't have any friends over or no shit like that? You mean to tell me you had the house to yourself from after school to 12 o'clock midnight, and the only thing you can do with that availability was wait for your mama to get off the motherfucking bus? You just sat home, did your homework, ate your vegetables. No, you didn't eat your vegetables. Look at you. You just sat home, did your home. No, you didn't do your homework. You just sat at home and watched TV. And then when 11:45 hit, you walked to the bus stop and waited for your mama. That was your life. Now, let's not mention, he didn't say how old he was. That would be how pathetic you are if this was 15 to 18. If you were, say, 7, then it's like, what the fuck? You was out at midnight waiting on your motherfucking mama? And you did this on summer vacation? You didn't have a bedtime? This is your mama and you're praising her? All right.
So, man, my mama's boy, I don't play. That's the only thing. It's like, it's a part of you that's inside you that you love her so much, man, because to see all the things she went through, raising kids.
You see all the things she went through. The fuck did she go through? And what are you seeing? See, there's just this assumption that they're somehow running over hot coals every day. That every day she's stepping on hot coals because of you. And when you didn't have food to eat as a baby, she cut one of her fingers off so you can have something and allowed you to cannibalize her. Like, what the fuck? They just...
Growing up in the ghetto, trying to do her best, man. We all got to praise our mothers to the fullest, man. We don't, you the sucker. You know what I mean? You got to love.
Oh, no, please don't call a person a sucker. Oh, God. Black people, black men. What do you think you're doing? How dumb do you think other black men are to where you can say, if you don't do this, you's a sucker. You's a sucker. Like, oh, no, please don't call me a sucker.
Love your mama. Don't be talking about your mom. The Bible said, honor your mom, honor your mother and your father, or your days will be short on this earth. So we had.
No, it don't. Basically, he said, mother, he threw the extra shit. It does say honor thy mother and father. It does not say, or your days would be short on this earth.
As black men and women, we gotta honor our fathers and our mothers, but our mamas, man, we gotta take care of them to the fullest.
But our mamas.
Did your mama shield you from things, man, that you didn't even realize, you were going through as a kid? I remember growing up, we didn't have a lot, we didn't have anything at all. Sometimes, I come home, the lights be off, burn all the candles, whatnot, making a party, whatnot. You come home.
The lights would be off, but she burned candles and make it a party. And the lights would be off, but her hair would be dead. The lights would be off, but her nails would be dead. The lights would be off, but her shoes would be clean. Why are they praising the bare fucking minimum?
Ain't no food in the refrigerator, but
no food. She didn't keep a man in the house or food on the table.
she make you pancakes for dinner. You thought that was a treat.
You thought it was something.
You thought it was something, right? And they don't show that kind of panic around their children. That's why I think we gotta appreciate them even more.
Yes.
For not panicking in certain situations. I remember my mom, man. We would get the water turned off.
Manage data from.
Why in the fuck are they bragging on their mom's failures? They're bragging on their mom's failures and championing it as if it's a success. She did not keep nutritious meals available to you. She didn't. Like, there are mothers out there who prioritize shit like that. You know, the mothers who forego or who's on the bus because she want to make sure that you go to the best private school or the best universities. You know, the mothers who took a second job so you can have money for piano lessons or some shit like that. Why aren't y'all talking about those? Why are y'all talking about mothers who give you fucking mystery meals? She's not like cutting up carrots for all the kids for soccer practice. Nope. She's not making sure you got orange slices in your fucking lunch bag. Nope. What in the fuck is she doing? Oh, well, you know, my mama, we didn't have food, but we had food, pancakes. And we had pancakes for dinner because, you know, and she didn't panic because she was okay with it. What the fuck? Now listen at what this nigga say. Hold on. I want you to look at him. I want you to look at him and know what this nigga is saying. Look into his soul. Look into his soul and then listen at what this nigga says. All right. Y'all see him, right? Oh, shit. Fuck. I messed up and had to mute on. All right, hold on. So I just got finished muting the commercial.
I remember my mom, man. We would get the water turned off sometimes, and we would come home and, you know, you try to take a bath, and there ain't no water. So my mother would heat the water up on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You lying ass nigga, you. You are a fucking liar. You are a fucking liar. You lying ass nigga, you. I tried to take a bath, but it wasn't no water. So my mom would heat up the water on the stove. What water? There's no water. If you don't have water, then what in the fuck is she heating up on the stove? Dumbass nigga. Get your lies straight, you dumbass nigga. I want y'all to hear this again. Hold on.
My mom, man, we would get the water turned off sometimes, and we would come home and, you know, you try to take a bath, and there ain't no water. So my mother would heat the water up on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
You try to take a bath and it ain't no water. So my mother would heat the water up on the stove. I hope he's an idiot and not a liar. I hope he meant to say that there is no hot water, which isn't necessarily a function of not paying a bill. This is just like a malfunction of a hot water heater or something like that.
Right? And we would take baths with the water, right? So she made it like it was.
And we would take baths with the water, as opposed to what, nigga? What the fuck? We would take bath. We would take bath in the water, as opposed to what? Did y'all just spit on each other? I remember, because of my mama, my black mama, it was times where, we didn't have water for the bath, so she pissed in the tub and we bathed in that. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, I think he means that too. Yeah, I think he means hot water. But still, he doesn't even realize.
The game. Like, we got to heat the water up so we can take the back. Man, it was the funnest game I ever played. I never knew that the water was cut off until you get older. You like, damn, the water.
She made a game out of boiling water? That's the shittiest game ever.
Water was cut off when we was kids, but
Scott, why did y'all have to boil water? Because, like, gas is the cheapest bill. Gas is the cheapest bill. Yeah, I can't think of one that's less.
My mother made it fun, man. My mother, she did some wild stuff, man. My mother was the first thug I ever really realized.
And you're proud of that shit? Your mother was the first thug. Basically, you're saying that your mother behaved as a derelict man.
That I knew. She talked back to the police officer, got locked up, and was still.
And this is who we praise. This is who we praise. She talked back to the police and got locked up, and you're proud of that shit. Of all the virtues you can think of a woman, this is the one that you choose to champion.
Still talking shit as he told her to put her head down and get in the squat car. My mother's still talking shit. And my mother's a thug, man. I love her. Yeah. To the death. I love my mother.
They take care. What did your mama do if you were in the bathtub?
To the death. I love my mama. First of all, it's very bizarre that a group of grown-ups get together and talk about how much they love their mama. You don't really see behavior like this in other cultures. It's either a given, as it should be, or it's something else. Like, oh, really? News at 10. You love your mother. Like, what the fuck? But they like, oh, no. But some people don't love them enough. I mean, you got to love on them.
You wanted some bubbles. Like, you couldn't afford to buy bubbles from the store.
Oh, man, she go downstairs and get the
dishwasher liquid.
The dishwasher liquid and pour that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
That mama stuff, man.
First of all, it's not that novel of an idea. Like, they do that for bubbles in the bathtub and bubbles from bubbles that when you're kids you blow in to do that. That's not like an ingenious thing. Like, that's something that Martha Stewart would do.
Yo, man, hey, I gotta tell y'all a story. I wanted to make bubbles, right? So it was this thing hanging up on. I was like 6. It was this thing hanging up on a thing, and it had a cord on it, and it was plastic. And I was in the bathtub with the bubble, right? And I was doing, and she smacked the shit out of me. Wow, get that shit out your mouth! It was a douchebag.
So basically, at 5 years old, you got a hold of something that you shouldn't have got a hold of. What if it was a Drano bottle? Like, what if it was any of the other shit that's next to where people keep their douche bottles?
Hey, go ahead.
I didn't know what that thing was.
Squash.
Now, I want to point out that it's not that damn funny. However, they're laughing to make it seem more interesting for the sake of the show.
Hey, Donny, did it taste like vinegar?
Oh, I didn't know what it was, man. She was like, she smacked the dog shit out of me, man.
You really got to know your mama that day.
That you know now.
Woo! God.
That's one way to clean your mouth out if it's dirty, I guess. Not the best.
Black people is one of the few people that laugh about being abused.
Best way, but one of the ways.
That ain't.
That was crazy.
Mamas do it all, man. You know, I looked it up for CDC, not CDC, but census. 70% of black kids grow up with just their mom raising them. Doesn't mean the father's not involved, but single moms raising their black kids around. But married black mothers, when there's two parents in the house, you still know who's in charge.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Straight. Okay, let me show you his soul again. When it's two black parents in the house, you still know it's in charge. This is the type of shit that they are proud of. They're proud of the matriarchal households that they come up in and look forward to making one for themselves. He walks around like, hey, my kids know who's in charge. Her. He's proud of this shit. Unbelievable.
Especially when it comes to raising kids. Like, did anybody else grow up with a...
Ah, fuck. Commercial.
Grew up with I had my mom and my stepdad or whatever, but when it came to raising me, I knew who was the boss.
Now, of course, that was a commercial, Scott, but of course she is the boss of you because she's not, or you're not his son. So how would he be the boss of you and you're technically not even his? Now, keep in mind that many mothers will do that just so there is no contest of power. Meaning that, you know, they'll basically usurp anybody else. They're basically like, okay, this man is taking control of the household. He's taking control of the kids. What I'm going to do is get rid of him, find somebody that doesn't really give a shit about the kids, marry him, and then be the uncontested ruler of the household. And as such, I'm going to feed them pancakes for dinner. So basically, because this is the same one that said pancakes for dinner. Between the two of them, you know, her mother, his mother, and another party, between the two of them, there was no food. Two people, no meals. Explain it. You mean to tell me that you have a 2-income family with no fucking food in the refrigerator? So I guess if he didn't bring that second income, there'll be no pancake mix, huh? And you're championing this. You're championing this. She very likely left your father and got with somebody that did not keep food in the refrigerator. And you think that she is all the better for it. And you ask the question, why don't we give our black mamas more respect? What the fuck is there to respect in a scenario like that? Why didn't she give herself more? Why didn't she give herself respect enough to marry somebody that was capable of keeping more than pancake mix in a cupboard? Jesus.
You was a lucky light-skinned brother. Yeah.
Why did he bring
dad
up
was around,
complexion?
but he ain't live with us. My dad was a weekend warrior. He was around on the weekends. So I don't know how that was. But you could tell us something from your experiences. Tell us.
I don't know how that was. You was there. It was your childhood. You know exactly how it was. But pushing that to the side for a second. Pushing that portion to the side for a second. Oh, hold on. Who is he? Rob Gordon. Okay. No, actually, I forgot what I was going to say.
What's some of your experience with your stepdad?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, I wrote it in the book. It's called Open Mic. It's on
I like the
Amazon.com.
Nice segue. You welcome for the alley-oop.
Donny, you better
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. It doesn't seem like any of these people's mother was able to secure their father in their lives, which is like the first thing a mother can give a child is a father. That's the first thing. And they all feel, or is the child's father. That's the first and greatest gift they can give other than life itself. But they weren't able to do that. They're always making do with their own poor decisions, is what I'm getting at. They're chronically making do with their own poor decisions. And championing the shit.
tell me about my stepdad now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was something else. He was a cold gangster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
And my mom had to endure all that type of stuff. So,
Yeah.
like I said, don't let the light skin fool you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
It's just a little different.
Light skin gangsters out here too, man.
Yeah. Mike was pulling pistols on people and all that, Mia. You know what I mean? What about you, Mia?
Yeah, what's up?
This is funny. Armed Assault is funny.
I believe it. Now,
Yeah.
I have
Me-
my mom.
Go ahead.
I have my mom. My father passed away 2 years ago, rest in peace. But in the house, primarily, he was divorced. But my aunt who raised me, she was and still is divorced now. So whenever I'm going through anything, I call her up. She'll tell me what to do.
Now, basically, she had a strong patriarchal lead in her family. My father was the boss. My father was a responsible man that kept more on the table than pancake mix. My father paid the water bill. My father paid the light bill. So she had all that going on for herself and, but he died 2 years ago. And now my aunt, what the fuck? So basically what she's doing is gravitating towards the nearest strong Black woman in her life. She can't use her mother because her mother obviously wasn't a strong Black woman. That's why that's why it's her father, or that's why she's gravitating towards her aunt.
She'll tell me what's up, and that's who owns to this day.
What the fuck? All these commercials.
To Black mothers, and a super shout out to Black grandmothers. Whether you call them a dear, big mama, whatever you want.
Why are they picking the worst, countryish, mammyish stereotypes that they can think of while shouting out Black grandmothers?
I want to call them Black grandmothers. Really ran everything. It's my grandmother Lillian.
And they're championing their power. They're not saying that they're the most nurturing, beautiful, or loving, intelligent, or caring. No, they're saying they just ran everything to the fucking ground.
Salt of the earth. Just love it to death. I learned a lot from my mom, Linda Eaton, but at the same time, Lillian Gillis gave me the quality of life that I wanted to have at a younger age. Made me feel like I could achieve anything I wanted to and never settle for anything less.
She made you settle for pancake mix for dinner, nigga. How does she say never settle for less? What the fuck? Are you a billionaire? What do you mean never settle for less? You spent your whole fucking childhood settling for less. They gave you second grade everything, including a second grade father. Not a first grade father, my natural daddy. Nope, a second grade father, stepdaddy. You have been settling your whole fucking life.
Hey, me and Rob, let me ask you guys something. Do you ever explain some of your grandmother and then they be like, you said, I didn't do that, grandma. And she said, what you saying, I'm lying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that was back in the day. Well, I got one grandmother left. All my other grandmothers died, but my grandma Hughes she was a real one.
Yeah.
A real one. Yeah.
You couldn't even tell them, Rob, you didn't do that, Mia, because they said you say I'm lying, but you wasn't saying they was lying. You just said I didn't do it. And
right. That's why I wouldn't say anything at all. I come from
my grandmother stand up one.
Right.
What you say, man?
I come from a Christian household. I am patient, so if they said you did something, you did it. You don't say none of that. It's just all right. Haitian. Whatever you say, man.
They slap kids in Haitian families. What you say?
All right, so that's that. I'm going to put the link out there. Give me a second. So, of course, it ends on that note. Basically, with everybody proud that the mother abuses them and beats the crap out of them. This is Black America. Let's see. Other likes. Niggas trying to convince themselves. Niggas trying to convince themselves that they love their mama. Like, why do I love my mama? I mean, do I really love my mama? Yeah. Basically, I mean, they're just trying to paint it in the best light, but really they have no basis of comparison. You know, it's like she is the best mother that they ever had.